Let me explain something to you that is going to change the way you communicate with women forever. Mark my words, just hear me out. Match her level of emotion, do not match her energy. What do I mean by this? There's a massive difference between the two, and most men get it wrong. When you match her energy, you escalate. When you match her emotion, you regulate. And regulation is leadership. Now, here's where most people mess this up. She comes to you upset, her voice raised, her words are sharp, her nervous system is activated. And instead of slowing things down, you meet her right there. You raise your voice, you defend, you explain, you interrupt, you get logical, you get frustrated, and you think that you're standing your ground, but I'm telling you, you're not. You're actually doing this. You are speaking wolf to somebody who is speaking dolphin, and dolphins don't respond to wolves. They shut down. They get scared. They feel unsafe. They stop hearing you. Now let's talk about this metaphor for a second because it matters. A wolf communicates through dominance, intensity, force, and assertion. A dolphin communicates through tone, emotion, safety, and connection. When a woman is emotional, she's not asking you to dominate her or give her a solution. She's asking you to understand her. And no, understanding does not mean agreeing with her. It means meeting her nervous system where it is without adding threat. This is where your masculine leadership actually shows up. A grounded man does not get pulled into emotional chaos. He becomes the calm inside of it. So when I say match her level of emotion, this is what I actually mean. If she's sad, you don't stay neutral and cold. You soften up a little bit. If she's overwhelmed, you don't stay rigid and analytical. You slow down just a little bit. If she's frustrated, you don't escalate it into anger. You stay steady and calm. Same emotion, just a different expression of it. This is emotional intelligence. And here's the hard truth. Most men and people in general were never taught this. You were taught to fix. You were taught to solve. You were taught to dominate or withdraw. But women don't feel safe in those dynamics, and they never will. They feel safe when your presence regulates, not reacts. And let me say this clearly. When she's activated, she's not testing your strength. She's testing your capacity to deal with her activation. Your capacity to stay calm, your capacity to stay present, your capacity to stay connected. If you lose your center every single time she raises her voice, she can't relax into her feminine, and she won't because she doesn't feel held. She feels like she has to manage you too. Now, let's talk about your tone, because tone is everything. You can say the exact same words and let them land completely differently based on your tone. Wolf tone sounds like this. I already told you. Why are you making a big deal out of this? This doesn't make sense. Oh my gosh, you're overreacting. Dolphin tone sounds like, I hear that's upsetting you. Help me understand what you're feeling. I can see why that landed that way. Let's slow this down a little bit. Same conversation, just a completely different nervous system response. One creates safety, the other one creates shut down. And here's what most men don't realize. When you soften your tone, you do not lose your authority. On the contrary, you increase it because calm is power, and it's pretty damn sexy. Anyone can get loud. Anybody can get defensive. Anybody can react, but very few men can actually stay grounded when emotion enters the room. That is your leadership. So practice it. Now, I do want to address something very important before people start to twist this, because I know you're going to try to, but you can't. This does not mean tolerating disrespect. This does not mean becoming a doormat. And this does not mean abandoning your boundaries. It means choosing when and how to actually enforce them. A regulated man sets boundaries calmly. A reactive man sets boundaries aggressively and very inconsistent. And guess which one gets respected more? If she's emotional and you snap back, you've already lost the moment, because now the conversation is no longer about the issue. It's about the fight that you're about to have. But when you stay calm, slow, and steady, you create space for her to come back down to center. And when she comes back down, that's when the real communication happens. And here's something women rarely say out loud, but they feel deeply. I need to know that your nervous system is stronger than mine in moments of stress. Not louder, not harsher, not more dominant, but stronger. Stronger means steadier. It means calmer. Stronger means safer. If you want her to soften, you must go first, my dudes. That's the polarity. Masculine energy doesn't overpower emotion, it contains it. Now let's talk about why this is so hard for some men. Because when she's emotional, it often triggers something inside of you. I don't blame you at all. It might trigger feeling criticized, feeling blamed, feeling unappreciated, or feeling like you're failing. Instead of staying present, you go into defense mode. That defense might look like anger or withdrawal or logic bombing or shutting down completely, but none of that creates connection or safety. Connection comes from presence. So here's what I want you to practice. When she's emotional, because she will be, we already know this, pause, lower your voice, slow your speech, relax your body, and breathe and say things like, I can feel that this matters to you. I'm here for you. I'm here with you. Let's take this one step at a time. You're not agreeing with her. You're not fixing her. You are regulating her. And once she feels safe, then you can talk about solutions. Then you can talk about boundaries. Then you can talk about your perspective. Timing matters. If you speak wolf when she is in dolphin mode, she's either going to do one of two things: escalate or shut down completely. Neither leads to intimacy, neither leads to a resolution, neither leads to closeness. But when you speak dolphin, soft, calm, grounded, she can relax into that easily. And when she relaxes, she can actually hear you. That's when the trust builds. That's when the polarity deepens or returns. And that's when the relationship can actually stabilize itself. So remember this. You don't need to overpower her emotions. You need to outregulate them. That is your masculine leadership. That is emotional